Hi, my name is Susan Altrui. I'm the director of the Little Rock Zoo. And with me is my friend Walter. Welcome to Dream Night. We're so excited to have you. We want to thank Arkansas Children's Hospital, Pediatrics Plus, and Arkansas PBS for making tonight possible. Welcome. We hope you have a great evening. Thank you so much for joining us.
Dustin, I'm so glad to be here again with our friends at Dream Night 2021.
I'm so excited to be here also, and I'm grateful for all of our viewers also that's tuning in with us tonight.
Now, we didn't think we'd be here again virtually, did we?
There's a lot of things that we didn't know was going to be this way, but they still are. We're adapting, we're overcoming, and we're grateful to be here to present Virtual Dream Night 2021.
It is always our pleasure, but we really can't say any more before we thank those people who made it possible. We'd like to thank Arkansas Children's Hospital. We would like to thank The Farm by Pediatrics Plus, and we also like to thank Arkansas PBS for making all of these pieces come together for a great Dream Night once again.
We're grateful for those amazing partners that are able to assist us in making this Dream Night possible. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
Yeah, so let's talk a little bit about what our friends are going to see tonight as we walk through Dream Night.
Ooh, there's been a lot of fun stuff. There's a lot of encounters, a lot of meet and greets, and a lot of spotlights. I'm very excited to share it with all of you tonight.
What's special is that you're going to see some sneak peek footage of some of our best zookeepers here at the Little Rock Zoo.
Joy, do you have a favorite?
I can't say I have a favorite.
Come
I love
on, Joy,
them
give
all.
us a favorite.
I love them all. I can't say a favorite. But we're going to see how they work. They're going to see how they do the care of the animals every day and how special the animals are to them.
I hear there's a very special visitor, or one and only veterinarian.
Yes, Dr. Stoneberg is going to visit with us tonight and tell us how important it is to keep those animals healthy and why she loves being a veterinarian so much.
I'm so excited. I'm excited to be here. I'm excited to be here with you.
Exactly.
And we're so excited that y'all are here joining us at the Little Rock Zoo for Dream Night.
So, Justin, I think we only have one thing left to do.
Let's go enjoy Dream Night 2021.
Yeah!
Welcome to the Little Rock Zoo Dream Night. We're so glad you're joining us to visit with elephants, penguins, cheetahs, and more. Tonight you'll see these animals in their habitats in the zoo, where zookeepers take care of them and keep them safe. The zookeepers know exactly what the animals need to stay safe and healthy because it's part of their job. Part of our job at Arkansas Children's is to keep you safe and healthy. We want to remind you that it's important to wear a mask when you are out and around other people. You should also wash your hands often and practice physical distancing whenever you can. Now, are you ready to get started on our virtual safari? Let's go.
Come on, girls. Come on. Hi. You want some treats? Here, come on. Hello, I am Hannah Baker. I am in charge of the education animals here at the zoo. So I get to take care of a little bit of everything. So some days I'm feeding penguins, some days I'm brushing horses, some days I'm feeding alligators. I get to do a little bit of everything. So I just take care of the animals that we use to teach you guys about why animals are so important. I have a really fun job. So when I was a kid, I didn't realize that I could have a job like this where I get to work at the zoo. I always knew I wanted to work with animals. I just didn't know how. And then one day I realized that being a zookeeper is not only a really fun job, but it's a really important job. So this is Zelda. She is 21 years old. This is Cinnamon, like cinnamon, but with a Z. They all have Z names except for one. This is Zipper. She's the only donkey out here. And then this one in the back, Lily, is a dwarf miniature horse. So she's a miniature horse just like these two, but she has dwarfism, so she's extra unique because that's as big as she will ever get. So she's extra tiny and she's got an extra big attitude. Hi, pretty girl. There, let's make you beautiful. I met a kid a couple of weeks ago that went to the penguin feeding, and she said that by seeing us feed the penguins, she realized that she wanted to be a penguin keeper one day when she grew up. And that's the whole reason I'm here. I'm trying to reach kids that were like me when I was a kid. I would have loved to go to the zoo and meet someone who took care of penguins. So I hope to be that for other people, to help them fall in love with animals. So zoos use animals to impact kids just like I was impacted when I was a kid. So getting to meet these animals up close. A lot of people have never met horses. They've definitely never met lions. So zoos are here to make that impact and to make people realize and fall in love with the animals that really, really need our help. You are very white and fluffy today.
Hey families, I'm so excited to welcome you to Dream Night at the Zoo. I'm Carrie, Blankenship, one of the directors at the Farm by Pediatrics Plus, and we're so excited to be with you tonight. For those of you that haven't heard of us, the Farm by Pediatrics Plus is a fun and new approach to therapy for children with special needs that will open in Conway and Bryant next spring. Each farm will have a farmhouse, a greenhouse, a garden, a pond for fishing, a barn with real animals to take care of, and outdoor play areas. You can reserve a spot for your child today at pedsplusfarm.com. We know tonight is going to be so much fun. That's why we jumped on board as a sponsor as soon as we heard about it. It's such a creative way to bring the zoo to life, and we know tonight will be extra special for all of you watching. Have so much fun tonight, families.
It's such a great day here at the Little Rock Zoo, and I'm so excited we're on the Arkansas Diamond Express train.
It is exciting. It's one of my favorite things to do while visiting the Little Rock Zoo.
So what are you going to do today?
Well, I'm here to see some magnificent animals, and I'm here to see 3 specific ones with unique body coverings.
Body coverings, what does that mean?
You know, it's kind of like shells, feathers, and fur.
I see, that sounds exciting.
It is exciting.
Let's go.
Hey, Greg, what's up?
Not much, just hanging out here with our friend, the African spur tiger, Sokaga tortoise reptar.
Wow, can you tell us a little bit about the tortoise?
Yeah, so Reptar's really cool here since he is a tortoise. He does actually have this super big shell covering in these individual sections called scutes, which actually is made out of keratin, like our fingernails. So when we touch tortoises or turtles, they can actually feel it, just like how you can feel it if you touch the top of your fingernail.
That is a really cool body covering. Can you tell us anything else about Reptar?
Yeah, so like his name, he does actually have these spurs on his legs here. They kind of look like big claws or even teeth a little bit. So when he pulls his head or legs into that shell, he'll keep his legs sticking out a little bit to the side to keep him safe.
So it's almost like armor.
It is, All right, that was Reptar, our Sokaga tortoise. Are y'all ready to meet one of our macaws?
Hey, what are you doing?
Well, I was just here with Reptar learning about his unique body coverings.
That's awesome. Well, this is Isla. Isla is a green wing macaw. She's got her own special body coverings. Aren't they pretty?
They are absolutely beautiful.
So these feathers help her blend into the rainforest where she lives, and it also helps her fly. So I have one of her tail feathers here. You can see how these are really, really cool. They're really light. They also have a really special layer of feathers underneath these called down feathers. So down feathers help keep them warm and keep them dry in the rainforest. Her feathers on top are waterproof, so when it rains, that water just falls right off of them. Now I want to do something funny. Close your eyes and imagine what she would look like if she had a shell like Reptar.
Pretty silly.
Isn't that crazy? So if she had a shell, she would be too heavy to fly. If Reptar had feathers, he would have no protection. So all animals have body coverings that help them survive in the wild.
That's pretty crazy when you think about it. Everybody has a special purpose.
Yeah, she thinks so too. So this is Dory. She's an African penguin that comes all the way from South Africa. She's one of 11 penguin chicks we've hatched here at our zoo. And when she was little, we noticed that her spine kind of looked like she was leaning to one side. It didn't look quite the same as the other penguin spines. So we found out later that she has scoliosis, which basically means she has an S shape or a curve to her spine. And so our vet took a look at her, and she's still completely healthy and happy. And that makes her really unique, and as you can see, it makes her precious. These guys, what I love the most about penguins is that they have really funny personalities. They have a lot of personality, and she is definitely no exception. Right? Right, Dory? Yes? We'll dance. Good job.
Hi, I'm Dr. Sarah Stoneberg. I'm the veterinarian here at the Little Rock Zoo. Animals have always been my passion. I was that little girl that drugged my parents to zoos at every vacation. I was always finding injured animals to take care of, and that passion kind of grew into my love of veterinary medicine. So we're just doing a checkup on her. She's an older lady, and they've noticed some skin changes on her as well as some clicking noises when she's breathing. So we're just gonna look at some things on her and make sure she stays healthy. So my job's pretty cool. One of my primary jobs here is to care for the animals, to keep them happy and healthy for the duration of their life. One thing about my job is I get to talk about poop a lot, whether it's good-looking poop or it's a poop that may diagnose a disease. It's part of my job, and it keeps it fascinating for people when they have dinner conversations with me. As a veterinarian, when I'm caring for these animals, I become very involved in their cases. So these guys are native to Arkansas. They're native to pretty much all of North America. And they're actually really important species for the wild because they actually eat ticks and different insects that can cause diseases in us. So if you see these guys, we want to keep them around. All the animals here get annual exams, just like you would when you go to your doctor. So each animal, from our cockroaches to our elephants, gets a full physical every year, and that's looking at their eyes, their ears, listening to their belly, listening to their heart. We do CT scans on them, we'll do MRIs on them, and that allows us to diagnose different things in them. And that keeps them healthy, but it also allows us to learn about the animals. We get to learn about their blood types, we get to learn about different things in their liver, and all these things will lead us to keeping them alive longer and allowing us to treat animals of the wild better. We are headed to our rhino exhibit to see Ndazi, who is our pregnant female black rhino. With Ndazi's pregnancy, it'll be our first rhino calf here at the Little Rock Zoo. Ever since I was little, I've always wanted to be a veterinarian. And it was one of those things that I got to pursue, and I'm glad that I get to live my dream every day.
Hi everyone, my name is Carla Allen and I am coming to you from the Nature Nook at the Little Rock Zoo. I'm here today to tell you a very positive conservation story about otters. Did you know, almost 100 years ago there were almost no more otters, even here in Arkansas. This was a result of overhunting, water pollution, and habitat loss. So this beautiful animal was almost extinct. But the good news is we brought it back. Community leaders, hunters, biologists, scientists all worked together to solve the problem. So now all across the United States, the otters are back. And this proves that if we all work together, we can make a difference.
Hello. Hey, Hannah, what's up?
Hi, Joy.
Hi.
And Molly says hi.
Hi, Molly.
Can you wave?
Hi, Molly.
Good job. We're just hanging out learning about animal adaptations.
Adaptations, what do you mean by that?
That's a great question. So adaptations are things that help animals survive in the wild.
I see.
So humans have adaptations too.
We do.
We do. Can you guys give me 2 thumbs up?
2 thumbs up.
So humans' thumbs are an adaptation. They help us hold on to things that make our lives easier.
I see. So you're telling me that she has adaptations?
She does have adaptations. Do you see her really big beak?
I do.
That helps her break open her favorite food, which are nuts. So she likes to crack open peanuts and almonds. So how much do you think she weighs?
I'm gonna guess 6 pounds.
That's a good guess, but she only weighs about 1.5 pounds.
Really?
And that is because birds have adaptations to help them stay light so that they can fly. So she has hollow bones. That means they're empty in the middle.
Okay.
And she has feathers, all to help her fly.
That's great. Nice to meet you, Molly.
Say bye.
Bye, Mom.
Good job.
Now we're heading over to rhinos, and we're gonna learn about their amazing adaptations.
Hi, I am Will. With me today is Jahari. He is our 27-year-old black rhino here at the Little Rock Zoo. Black rhinos are very special because they have this triangle-shaped lip to grab trees and bushes. As he is chewing on these branches, he's trying to rip the leaves off the branch. That is one of the really cool adaptations that black rhinos have, allowing them to have a much variety of diet and living in many different habitats in the wild.
You're getting my hand nice and wet. Yes, you are. We've been talking about adaptations. So what kind of adaptations do elephants have?
One thing you'll notice if you look at an elephant is the size of their ears. That's usually the first thing people look at. Elephants have large ears because they have large blood vessels inside those ears, and they actually flap their ears to cool off that blood. That blood then travels through the rest of their bodies, and it can actually cool their bodies down about up to 10 degrees. Another thing that they do, actually, and this is how they keep cool, is they love to throw dirt and mud on themselves, and that will cool their body temperature down.
So Kristen, it sounds like all the adaptations that we've talked about have to do with keeping them cool. Why is that?
Elephants live in very warm climates, so they've had to adapt over the years in order to survive in this environment.
How long do elephants live?
So in the wild, they say about 50 to 55 is average, but it's not unusual to see an elephant reach their 60s and even early 70s in captivity.
How much do they eat on a regular basis?
That's a good question. So each elephant is kind of individual, but our largest elephant, Babe, she eats up to 2 bales of hay a day. Plus she eats about 10 pounds of produce, and she also gets tree branches. So she eats quite a bit.
Why do they have spots on their trunks?
That's a good question. So Asian elephants, as they get older, they actually lose the pigmentation in their skin. So it's actually like a reverse freckling, and that is only Asian elephants. African elephants stay solid gray their entire lives.
Elise or Brandon, can you guys go ahead and let the pigs out? Pig pigs! Passion, Harry, come here, lovely girl, hello. Come on, come see me. Hello, hello. So, this big guy right here is Harry. This is our male and our female passion flower. So, like I said, these guys are turning 13 this month, so they are pretty old. Most Red River hogs live into their late teens and early 20s, so they are what you would call geriatric. But they are doing just fine, as you can see. They're big, healthy bellies, nice, beautiful reddish-orange coat. So the biggest thing that I love about just pigs in general is they're kind of the underdog. Most people don't really think about hogs, but they're also so personable and they're insanely smart. Sometimes a little too smart, but they're just really smart. They're the underdog, and they're just the kind of animal that likes to interact with you too. So Red River hogs are actually really interesting because they are the most colorful of the hog species. Most pigs you'll see they're black or tan or like a white color. These guys have that bright reddish orange coat, which really helps them kind of blend in with the clay and the mud that they're going to be rolling around in their natural habitat in Africa. Also, you can see, especially on the female, she's got these nice big long ear tassels right here, and those come in handy for getting insects off. So since they're so long, they can't really reach back and knock a fly off like we could. So what they have to do is they have to flap their ears, and it knocks that fly right out of the way. You can see she's got these little sprigs on both sides of her face. They also have little white hairs. Harry has some on the side of his. Little white hairs all down their sides. And what they use those for is to make themselves look a little bit bigger. So when they get intimidated or they're scared, all that hair, including this nice little white mohawk down the back, will flip up, make them look a little bit bigger, and make them look mean. Right, Harry? Look real mean. So as far as a species, these guys, like I said, are from Africa. A lot of times people will get them confused with warthogs because Pumbaa from The Lion King, of course, was he was red, but actually warthogs are gray. But these are not the same thing as warthogs. They're both from Africa, but they're from two different parts of Africa. So these guys actually hang out more in the dense jungle, which is why they're more compact. So they don't look like much, but they are little tanks. They're just as sweet as can be. I don't know. It's hard to put into words sometimes.
We are on our way to see the penguins, and I cannot wait.
One of the things I care the most about as a zookeeper is that people take care of the environment, and that means here in our own backyards in Arkansas and all the way in Africa. So these are our African black-footed penguins, And sadly, this is an endangered species. So their population is going down, which means they're in trouble in the wild. Some of the problems that they face are pollution and overfishing. So have you ever heard of the term leave no trace?
I have heard of that term, and I think mostly when I think about it, I think of when I go camping, but you have to take everything with you because all that litter could end up in the waterways, and it's just devastating to our wildlife.
Exactly. So leave no trace basically means take care of the environment, leave it just like you found it, and don't leave trash behind so that other animals and wildlife can really thrive in their own home environment. So how you can help with the littering problem is don't litter. Because even by just throwing trash on the ground in Arkansas, it can wind up in our waterways, it can wind up in our drains, and it could even go all the way into the ocean. And ocean plastic and pollution is a huge problem for all ocean animals. And there are other things you can do at home, like turning off the lights when you leave the room, that saves electricity, turning off the water when you brush your teeth to save water. All of these little actions add up to save endangered animals like the African penguin and other animals in your own backyard.
Everything you said seems pretty simple. I think I can do some of those things myself.
That's awesome. All right, you want to see them swim?
Yeah, I want to see them swim.
All right, here you go, guys.
How cool is this?
Remember what Otto always says.
Keep Arkansas beautiful.
Yeah.
So one of the things that's amazing about animals is how strong and how resilient they are. They are built to survive no matter what life throws their way. And Lynn and bald eagles are a perfect example of that. They were once an endangered species and they have now recovered. So they've come all the way back from the brink of extinction. So now that you can find them all over Arkansas, I've seen them flying over the 430 Bridge in Little Rock. You can see them at the Buffalo River. You can see them by Pinnacle Mountain. Anywhere there's a body of water, we're lucky to say that these guys have repopulated, and they're very common in our state. So they are a really good symbol of what people can do to save animals and what happens when you are resilient and you are a survivor. Right, Lynn?
Growing up, like most zookeepers, right, we all love animals. And growing up, I did have a menagerie at home myself. At one point, I think I had 2 guinea pigs, a bunny, 4 rats, 3 dogs, you know, the whole 9. I always liked being physical, moving things, building things if I can, and being a zookeeper kind of checks all those boxes. This big, gorgeous man right here is our male greater Kudu Mambo. As you can see, he does have odd horns. The one on the right is how they're supposed to look. But when he got here, he had just a little sprinkle of character, making him really special. We actually like it a lot. It's something different. And he likes it. He actually uses it to scratch his butt quite a bit. So, I have been at the Little Rock Zoo for 6 years now. And the Little Rock Zoo is my first zoo, so it's also my home zoo. I used to come here when I was 2 years old and up. So I've been coming here for a very, very long time. So these are Chacoan peccary. They were actually thought to be extinct up until 1940, and they found them again in a little bitty spot down in Brazil. Being a zookeeper, you get to work with animals that some people have never even seen, some people don't even know exist, like the Chacoan peccary like we have here, or the Kudu. A lot of people, when they think of zookeeping, it's, well, we just clean up the poop and then we go home, or we play with animals all day. But being a zookeeper is so emotionally rewarding also. Good morning, gorgeous. Both of our birds were actually hand-raised from different zoos, and they were actually hand-raised using different methods. They will get close, but they will kick you. So that's that's actually a natural behavior that they do, is kicking. You know, most people when they take vacation, like they think, oh God, I gotta go back to work. It's kind of like, when do I get to go back to work? Like, I get to see Harry, I get to work with him and hang out with him sometimes if I'm having a bad day, I can always come into the pig yard and give Harry a few cookies, or if he's feeling really good, he'll flip over and let me rub his belly. Because you can't be mad if you're rubbing a pig's belly. There's no way you can be sad. So, good boy.
Are you ready to meet another bird friend?
I am.
All right, well, I want you to guess what it is, okay? I'm gonna give you some clues, just tell me what you think.
Gotcha.
He's nocturnal, he has big eyes, he rotates his head. Who is it?
An owl.
Who?
An owl.
Who?
An owl?
Who? So this is Lincoln. Lincoln is a great horned owl, and he's got some really neat adaptations for helping him hunt because he's a carnivore. Do you see anything that might help him grab his prey?
Definitely his talons there.
Exactly. He's got really sharp talons, which is why I have this big glove. Those help him catch his food. But the mice that he has to hunt, which are his favorite food, have really good hearing because they have really big ears. So he has to be able to sneak up on his prey. So he has a special ability called silent flight.
Okay.
So I want you to try something with your hands.
All right.
Hold your fingers together and wave them by your ear really fast.
All right.
Do you hear the wind? Now open your fingers and try again. It should be a lot quieter.
It is.
That's because owl wings have fringes, so their feathers are like this. So they are completely silent when they fly. So that's how they sneak up on mice.
That's amazing. What a beautiful creature.
He's pretty cool.
Dustin, wouldn't it be boring if animals were the exact same, looked the exact same, and ate the same thing all the time? I think it's the differences of the animals that make it interesting to learn about them.
I agree. I also think that's the same about humans. We're all different. We have different skin color, we have different hair color, eye color, different sizes. We have to celebrate those differences.
Agreed. Let's celebrate the uniqueness in our world.
Let's do it. Joy, what a fun night this has been.
I really had a great time.
It was really cool to be able to see some of the things that we don't even get to do every day, to be able to go and see some animals and some of the keepers.
Yes, I enjoyed learning a little bit more about what my colleagues do here at the Little Rock Zoo, about Dr. Stoneberg and taking care of all those animals. It was a great night, but we can't say goodnight to our friends here without thanking our sponsors.
That's right, Joy. We want to do a special thank you to Arkansas Children's Hospital,
The Farm by Pediatrics Plus,
and Arkansas PBS.
We thank you all so much for making this night possible.
I've had a blast. I hope you've had a blast. I've had a blast with you, Joy.
I've had a blast.
And Lily.
Lily was so much fun.
You.
Yes, thank you so much, everyone. We can't wait to see you all here next year at the Little Rock Zoo.
In the meantime, come see us here at the Little Rock Zoo. Dance to the music.
I'm Joy.
I'm Dustin.
And we're here at the Little Rock Zoo, and we're here to share with you a very special event that's going to happen this year.
We are very excited about it, Joy. It's called Glow Wild. It's a larger-than-life experience.
We're going to have gorillas, we're going to have pumas, we're going to have zebras, all these lanterns that, as you can see behind us, look pretty cool during the day.
But they look magical at night.
So we invite you to go to littlerockzoo.com to learn a little bit more about this event, to get your tickets and come see us at Glow Wild starting November 4th.
Going to January 15th, 2022.
Thanks so much. Come see us.